well, we got to do better and just keep working at it. We're going to be fine. I'd love to take all the credit, but I got to give it all to my teammates, They deserve everything. Great coaching, great special teams. Aren't you sick and tired of the same cliches and the same routine interview? That's why I loved Richard Sherman. It was amazing. Give me some passion. It's fresh. It's organic. He comes right off, makes the biggest play of his career in the biggest game in the most pivotal moments. What do you expect? We want to hear honesty. We always complain we don't. We want to hear, but you don't want to hear the same boring routine. It's just so old. And what Richard Sherman did, it was the greatest thing for the National Football League. We now have a villain who's likable or who's unlikable, but he's articulate. Greatest thing to happen for the NFL. Now, what do you hear? We watched the game Sunday. Great games. They're good. NFC Championship, AFC Championship. Peyton Manning defeats Bill Belichick. He beats Brady. But what are we talking about Sunday night? Richard Sherman. Now we get to Monday. Articulate Sherman. Tuesday, it's still Richard Sherman because unlikable villains sell in sports. The greatest thing is when you get a good, fresh approach just like that. We wait all this time in sports for that sideline interview asking those same boring questions. Finally, we get what we want. Look at Johnny Manziel. I'll be the first to admit that I am so invigorated and captivated by the television when he's on. I thought he was the biggest donkey, and Johnny Manziel would never live up to anything in the National Football League. And this guy, I cannot stop. I can't put down the remote control when he's on. Unfortunately, I stopped watching some Duck games because I wanted to see what Johnny Manziel is going to do or say next. It goes all about villains, sex, unfortunately, and, of course, unlikable sells in sports.
All right. Nice job, Brad. All righty. Let's get a quick word here. Travis Demers, writing things down there.
Yeah. Nice job, Brad. Again, you want to have a clear idea and a clear thought, and you proved that. You came out and said, Richard Sherman is great for football. This is why. And I thought that was really well done. You had energy, you had passion. You're talking a little fast, which I shouldn't really be criticizing anyone ever for doing that, but generally I thought you did a really good job.
And a quick word from Jeff Austin there.
Yeah, actually, the greatest thing about that was your enthusiasm and your passion all the way through. It was steady. That's what I want. Nobody's going to care about what you have to say if you don't yourself. So I thought you did a great job of engaging. And that's a nice take on things, too, is that Richard Sherman actually was really interesting. I'm starting to see more sentiment for that going back the other way, it seems like now. People actually, even if they didn't like what he said at first, it got them engaged in the Super Bowl faster than anything else. So good job.